Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking Uncoupled. This is episode 7 with only one more episode to go. That's me pretending to cry because I'm enjoying this so much. I'm not ready for it to be over yet. Again, I'm taking this episode by episode. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have some guesses, but I cannot wait to find out. Can't wait to watch that last episode, see where we're going. But in the meantime, let's dive into episode 7. But first, if you're enjoying this, do check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. I'm going over all the original Sex and the City series, so check that out. I'm having a lot of fun over there. $5 a month gets you access to all my bonus episodes. I got lots that I've already done, and I do one a week, which is 4 a month on top of that. So check it out. Let's get on to episode 7. So we pick up with Billy and Stanley. They're going to go to gay ski weekend. They don't actually say where they're going, but they live in New York, so I got to figure what's near there, like the Poconos, something like that. I'm not sure. But, oh no, I guess upstate New York has skiing. I don't know. Anyway, it looks beautiful wherever they are. So Michael shows up to meet Billy and Stanley. They're going up. They check in. Michael recognizes a hot guy, Corey, from a realtor conference where they had like a spark before, but Michael was in a relationship, so he couldn't pursue anything. So Michael's nervous because he was able to be suave before, but now he's just himself. So it's just, again, showing all the changes, one goes through when they're uncoupled. Billy, in the meantime, gives the hot check-in guy a key to his room. So nothing different there. Suzanne, meanwhile, is showing Claire's place. Now, they kind of say it briefly, but there's a realtor that's like, it's not what we thought it was going to be. So my prediction, and again, I will not read spoilers. I have no idea what's going to happen. But they keep alluding to Claire's place being like this huge sale they have to make. And feedback keeps coming back. The showings aren't going well. I don't know how it's going to go. I feel like maybe that's going to be addressed in the next episode. Maybe not. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Doesn't matter. In a nutshell, Suzanne is talking to Claire. Claire basically invites her out to a club with Suzanne and her friend, which we'll see in a little bit. Meanwhile, at the skiing place, Stanley skis up in this. I gotta say, I find Michael attractive. I love the way he dresses. I don't love the ski outfit on him. I think it's too much white. That's just my personal opinion. I think it'd be better if the pants were black. That's random, but that bugged me the whole time. Okay, he sees Corey, he tells him he's single, and then falls down the mountain. I mean, literally rolls down this entire snowy mountain. It's a pretty funny scene, and he feels like he's blown his chance with Corey. Meanwhile, at the lodge, Billy and Stanley, they're doing fireball shots. That German realtor that I called Anna Delvey a few episodes ago, he's back. He's like, oh, Michael, I heard you were dumped. Where's your hot ex-boyfriend? Well, he drops a bomb. That hot ex-boyfriend, Colin, I want to call him Corey, but I knew that was right. Colin is in Miami on a getaway. Oh, my gosh. It turns out Colin is in Miami with the German guy's favorite instructor's ex-husband. What? Got that? Okay. So then, of course, that ruins Michael's day. He's scrolling through Instagram trying to find what this guy looks like. He can't find him. He's really upset. And his friends are trying to talk to him, talk some sense into him, like, you're here, try to hook up with somebody else, get your mind off things. He's like, he's afraid now that Colin's going to bring new hot Miami guy to Jonathan's wedding. So he's obsessing about it, and his friends are telling him he needs to let it go. But again, I gotta give Neil Patrick Harris props. He's doing a great job as this character. I love the acting. I love how this is written. I'm just enjoying it so much. Go over to Suzanne, who I'm also enjoying, and I think she looks gorgeous in this. I don't even know what color. Like, I don't even want to call it maroon. This red velvet. I think she looks so pretty, and her hair looks nice like this too. She's with her friend Mia, and of course, Claire kind of invited herself. The idea was Claire wanted to go to this club because her ex-husband always wanted to go to this club but could never get in. So turns out that Suzanne's son, stick with me here, Suzanne's son Kai has a friend Trey. Trey is bartender at this club, so that's how they got in. I don't love this storyline because Suzanne is a gorgeous woman and she's acting like it's hard for her to find a date. And then she thinks that her son's friend is hitting on her and she's considering it. And that kind of skeeved me out. Turns out he's not hitting on her. He's a bartender. He hits on everybody. But I did not love that storyline. Suzanne's too good for that. We need better storyline for that. But I do love that the son's friend, Trey, brings them all martinis, and when he drops off the martinis, he offers the girls Molly. So they decide, sure, why not? Even Claire, who you think is going to have a problem with it, is like, no, I always wanted to do it. Let's do it. So they decide it's a good night to take Molly, which is pretty darn funny, and I like where they go with that. Okay, so back at the ski place, Michael is completely wasted. He's decided he's just going to not deal with his feelings and take a bunch of fireball shots instead. He says he's not wasted or sad or thinking about Colin, sure. Corey finds Michael and he's in a robe. He invites him to go in the hot tub with him. Michael is so drunk. Obviously, it's not going to go well, but it gets pretty funny. So the guy, Colin, invites him to come join him in the hot tub. His friends psych him up and say, yes, go do this. This will help you. He drinks an espresso, but then he sees the German guy. So instead of going to find the hot tub guy, I said hot tub guy. He goes to find the German guy because he can't stop obsessing about Colin. He needs to see the Instagram photo of the new guy that Colin's with in Miami. So the German guy shows him the Instagram guy, and I don't think we get to see his face, but we do get to see his hem package. And so Michael could not feel worse about himself. Turns out he's a really hot, successful architect with a huge, huge personality. So Michael just keeps saying nope, and he says he feels like shit, and he ends up taking more shots. I think he's done 6 fireball shots. He tells his friends that Colin has moved on. Then we go back over to the girls. So the girls are fully on Molly at this point. Claire keeps saying how beautiful she feels and that she really wants to take a picture of herself so that way she can send it to her daughter so her ex sees it. But instead, there's a no photo rule in this club, so this guy comes by, snatches her phone. She tries to get it back, doesn't work. Well, no way. Guess what? Her ex is there. He's there with his very much younger girlfriend, and her ex is Henry. His girlfriend's name is Layla, and he says it's odd seeing Claire there. She says it's nice that they didn't reject him a 5th time from being a member of the club. Turns out Layla is a member, and she's trying to talk to him, and he says, who am I to say that you won't meet someone here? Some old pots find new lids. What a jackass, right? Well, she sings him good and says, you look like you're being led around by your nurse, which I kind of love. But she says, I already have a lid for my pot. She grabs onto Suzanne. She kisses her, grabs Suzanne's hand, puts it on her ass. It's a really funny scene. And she says, that's right. I'm fluid. She tells her ex to go away before I make Trey the bartender. That's right. I know his name. That's what she says to him. Make you go away. And he leaves, and she turns to the girls. They cheers, and she says, I won that round, didn't I? Suzanne says, you did. Now we have to have a talk about consent. But yeah, so they're celebrating her victory over that jackass, and he really was a jackass to her, and now it kind of makes sense. She's devastated. He was a jackass. She's moving on, kind of mirroring what Michael's going through. Speaking of Michael, this is the grossest scene out of all of them. He drunkenly stumbles in the hot tub with Corey. He starts feeling too hot. His head is spinning, and, he pukes in the hot tub. It's so gross. Stanley actually has a funny line that says he turned the hot tub into a Chipotle bowl. Ooh. Michael passes out. They're trying to hold him up and get him in his room, but he falls on his face, full on face fall, which we'll talk about in a second. Then we go over to Suzanne. She's talking to her friends at the bar. Trey is hardcore flirting onto her. I hate this storyline so much. Long story short, he's not flirting with her. He's being a bartender. He's flirting with everybody, and she's taking it personally. But during a conversation with Trey, she finds out that he lets it slip, I guess, that Kai found his dad. Remember she mentioned before that she wasn't sure who Kai's dad was because she was backpacking through Europe, hooked up with a couple people, and then came Kai. So Kai did 23andMe, and he found his dad. She is in shock about it. Meanwhile, the next day, we see Michael, and he's bashed his beautiful face. Stanley takes every opportunity to say, Billy dropped you on your face. But again, we see the growth in Michael because he's like, nope, it's not anybody else's fault but mine. I handled this completely wrong. Look what I did to myself, and I messed up a second chance with Corey. And time to let Colin go, move the fuck on. And he just wants the pain to go away, which was so sweet and so heartbreaking all in one. You can really see the growth, but also the pain he's going through. He says they tell him he might have a teeny scar, and he says he can live with that. And that's how the episode ends. One more episode to go, guys. He's going to see Colin at the wedding, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see what happens. Dying to know. So I will be back with you after this final episode, and we'll talk about what happens. Guys, thanks so much for being here and supporting the channel, for all the comments and thumbs up. I mean, everything you guys do really helps me out. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. And if you have another show you're obsessed with, please let me know in the comments. I welcome them. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.